Alice knows this arrow is heading straight for the bullseye. She should be happy, but instead she feels disaster coming. She fires a second arrow fast. It splits the first arrow right down the middle, landing exactly on the passing line. 5 rings, no more no less. This dead last score. Has everyone calling her useless? Only the sharp-eyed examiner notices something is off. When he sees the perfectly split arrow, he realizes this is a legendary sharpshooter. The Emperor is stunned. He does not understand why Alice is hiding her skills. What he does not know is Alice carries a dark secret, a blood debt. Alice has been gifted since childhood. The Grand Tutor praised her as the future martial champion. This made her stepmother jealous. She poisoned Alice's mother. Before dying, her mother told Alice again and again, she must be like the swallow on the pouch, learn to bow her head. Only then can she survive in this brutal household. To let her mother rest in peace, the competitive Alice has to hide her talents, swallowing her rage. She becomes her brother Mark's servant. Mark still does not trust her. He tests her constantly. Alice never forgets her mother's dying words. She shoots the arrow into a tree on purpose. Mark mocks her, saying she is useless, cannot even hit from this close. When everyone leaves, Alice quietly walks to the tree and pulls out the arrow. A fly had just flown past. Alice pinned it to the tree with one shot. Alice thinks about revenge every single moment. She has never had a chance to rise up. Finally, the Emperor announces a new martial arts competition. Men and women can both compete. The winner becomes the mighty general commanding all armies, the martial champion. The stepmother wants to stop her. Defying the Emperor's order means execution. She has Mark watch Alice at all times. Alice keeps her mother's last wish in her heart. She acts submissive to Mark, eating plain buns, drinking cold water. She even helps Mark onto his horse. The first round is mounted archery. Hitting 5 rings lets you advance. The worst scores hit 7 rings. Mark hits a perfect 10, becoming the top performer. A spoiled rich guy starts getting handsy with Alice. Alice loses it. She accidentally twists his arm clean off. This powerful energy surge immediately catches Mark's attention. Alice sees Mark walking toward her. She panics. She spins around and snaps his arm back into place. Mark checks repeatedly but finds nothing wrong. He slaps Alice across the face, telling her to behave. The guy holds a grudge. He stabs the horse with a dagger. The horse goes wild, charging forward. Everyone thinks Alice is done for, while Mark is not looking. She strikes the ground, saving herself. This brings us to the opening scene. The girl realizes her first arrow will expose her skills. She fires a second one to barely pass. Controlling a wild horse like that is extraordinary. An arrow chasing another arrow is unheard of. The Emperor is amazed. He comes to see who this mysterious person is. Mark decides to mess with Alice. He tosses her pouch around like a toy. Alice is desperate. She leaps into the air and grabs it back. This again raises his suspicion. Alice quickly hides her abilities. If she reveals her power too soon, everything could fall apart. She could die. To torment her, Mark orders Alice to kneel and say, "I am useless," 10 times. Alice has no choice. She kneels in front of everyone, saying she is useless. As the crowd laughs, all the pain makes Alice cry. She thought she could get her mother's last keepsake back. Mark goes back on his word. He throws the pouch into an ink stone. Mark keeps humiliating Alice. Alice is angry but stays silent. She is waiting for a chance to break free from her father's control. The Emperor gives the next challenge himself. 1 hour to complete a painting. Alice realizes her chance to turn things around is coming. Alice does not start painting. She wants to wait until Mark finishes, then use the remaining time to paint fast. She looks at the swallow under the eaves. Inspiration floods her mind. The Emperor is drawn to her flow.